Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. It is Saturday the 14th of March 2026. I'm going to pull you guys a relationship based love tarot reading for those of you who are in a relationship, steady, solid, or whatever commitment you're in. This is for those of you who are in a connection or relationship. If you are single and not in a significant, or if you are single, this reading is not for you. So please take what resonates, leave what does not. 3 cards for you, Gemini, 3 cards for your person, 3 cards for the relationship, and 3 cards of universal advice from Spirit. So let's see what you've got going on, Gemini, in love with you and your person. Messages for Gemini and their person in love. Wow. So, Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Ace of Wands. Everything's looking pretty rosy for you, Gemini. You're fired up, passionate. Perhaps this is a newer connection or relationship. Something that is progressing, growing, that you are taking action on. Creating structure. Staying grounded, building stability. Something that is a connection, a relationship that is grounded, stable, with structure, with growth, with passion, with action. Good. That's pretty straightforward. And a relationship that is built on quite a solid foundation from what I can see. You feel in tune, on the same level, on the same basis, starting point, from the ground up, I'm getting. And taking action to build from the ground up, to manifest, to create, to go forward. So, 3 cards for your person, Gemini. The person that you are connected to in love. The person that you are with in love. 3 cards for Gemini's person in love. Hey. 3 of Swords, Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Star in reverse. So completely opposite for your person then. Your person's showing the energy of going through some sort of pain, healing or heartbreak, loss or grief. Lacking in direction somewhat, or lacking in effort, and lacking in faith and hope. Feeling doubtful, feeling at a loss, feeling without direction or wanting to take action. Very different to your energy, Gemini. Very different indeed. I'm almost getting a push and pull dynamic. So, 3 cards for the connection, the relationship itself. For Gemini and the person they are connected to in love. 3 cards for the relationship, connection between you and your person in love, Gemini. The 8 of Swords in the upright, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Page of Swords in the upright. I'm getting that because your person is the only energy that has pulled a sword card, and here is the Eight of Swords here. So your person is stuck in some sort of negative thinking or some sort of emotional pain, negative thinking, emotional pain, trapped in their thoughts. And I'm getting a lack of effort here, or a lack of input, a lack of work being put into this, perhaps more so from their end. I'm getting that you're giving a bit more here, Gemini. You're investing a bit more. You have the more positive energy, the more progressive energy, and your person just seems to be in a very negative energy and mindset at the moment. Perhaps there's been some difficulties or some sort of emotional pain between you both. Three cards of universal advice and guidance from Spirit regarding the connection, relationship between you and your person, Gemini. Three cards of advice, universal advice from Spirit for Gemini and the person they are connected to in love. Yeah, there it is. The Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. What is it that your person is trying to think about? What are they trying to get to in their thoughts? There's a lack of, I'm getting a lack of, perhaps a lack of trust from your person, or a very cautious energy. And again, one that is blocked or stuck, trapped in some sort of negative mindset, or perhaps their emotions and their thinking are a bit all over the place at the moment. Six of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm definitely getting that there's an imbalance of equal give and take here. You seeming to be the one that's making all the effort, and they seem to, well, not be making any, or making just, I'm just getting a real negative kind of blocked, trapped, inconsistent energy from them. But obviously we need to know why, don't we? So let's do that. So let's pull some clarifiers for your person's cards. First up, we have the Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here for the person? So we have the Seven of Cups. Again, emotional confusion. Head in the clouds. Kind of not really sure what to feel, how to feel. I'm getting that your person is quite stuck in their thoughts or their imagination, or they're thinking of everything. I'm getting that they're being quite... I'll get one more card for the Three of Swords. One more card for the Three of Swords, please. Page of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting that your person is thinking of the worst. For someone here, their person is thinking of the worst. Always thinking negatively, thinking of the worst. Thinking of what could go wrong as opposed to what could go right. I'm also getting, perhaps for someone else, that your person is a little bit inconsistent and non-committal, and they like to keep their options open. And again, yeah, Page of Pentacles in reverse. They're just showing very inconsistent, very unsure, inconsistent, trapped in their mind, trapped in negative thinking. Not really giving you the effort that you're giving them. I don't really know what more to say on that one. Tell me about the Knight of Wands in reverse energy and why he is here for the person that Gemini is connected to in love. The Nine of Pentacles. I'm getting that your person is quite self-focused. Focused on them, their life, what they've got going on, their thoughts, their feelings, their decisions, their options. Perhaps your person is a busy person. Perhaps they are a business person, businessman, businesswoman. Perhaps they're focused on their career, their job, their work, their money. Their own kind of, they've got their own life going on, and they are quite focused on their own goings-ons. The Star in reverse, why is it here for Gemini's person in love? King of Cups in the upright. I'm getting that your person, I'm getting that they, alright, so the King of Cups is very mature. He's very grounded. He's very balanced in his emotions. I'm really getting that your person is just very busy or very focused on their own life, what they've got going on. And perhaps, yeah, there is some past pain that they are dealing with from maybe a past heartbreak in a relationship. I'm also getting for someone that your person busies themselves in work. Sort of focuses on work and doesn't kind of get, well, they busy themselves in work so they don't have to face something, or they don't have to go too deep with something. Too many things going on, or they haven't got, although they're not completely unloving or uncaring, there's just something more going on for them that's taking their focus away from you and the connection. So let's find out about that Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords here for the connection between Gemini and their person in love? Why is the Page of Swords here for Gemini and their person in love? Ace of Pentacles. So someone is curious about stability. I'm still getting that someone's mind is always on the money. Someone's mind is, I mean, they could be some, you know, an entrepreneur or someone that has their own business, and they're always focused on the next thing, the next opportunity to make money. I'm also getting the energy that someone is waiting to see if this might commit or become committed or become stable. Someone needs more information, or someone someone is curious but somewhat guarded. From your energy, Gemini, I'm seeing that you're pretty set in your energy. I mean, perhaps I should have a look at your energy, because it's quite strong. So let's see. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here for Gemini in love? Why is the Queen of Pentacles here for Gemini in love? The Knight of Pentacles. Gemini, you're super grounded here. You've got everything in order. You're like slow, steady. I'm solid. I'm structured. I'm on my throne. I am the Emperor. You know, I create, I manifest, I take action on what I want. I don't mess around. I know what I want. I go for what I want. I'm solid. I'm grounded. I'm a sure thing. I'm not in a rush. I'm committed. I'm getting, Gemini, that you are also committed to yourself. You are committed to your own abundance, your own stability, your own structure, and your own creations, what it is that you want to take action on. I mean, Gemini, it could be, I mean, I'm getting a heavy energy here of career and money and go-getters and career people. I'm also getting from your person that they are quite self-focused. I know I've said that already, but they like material things perhaps, but they're more self-focused on their life, their options, their whatever it is, and you're a lot more grounded than what they are. You're showing me a lot more positive energy than what they are. Grounded, stable, mature. So tell me about the Emperor. Why is the Emperor here for Gemini when it comes to love? Four of Wands in reverse. Gemini, are you the go-getter that doesn't want to get married? Are you the career person that I keep picking up? Are you the one that's focused on your career, your abundance, your structure, your life, you're the things that you're going out there to get, and you are perhaps the one that is not ready to commit at the moment because you've got other things going on, and that puts your person in a negative mindset. It makes them overthink. It also makes them think that you have other options. It also makes them think that you are a little bit self-focused on yourself, on your career, on your money, on your own abundance, and it makes them feel perhaps a little bit left out. Interesting that. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Why is it here for Gemini in love? Three of Cups. I am getting that there is something in the way here. Now, it could be there's a third aspect, a third angle, a third party. Now, a third party does not necessarily mean another person, but it could be another person. Perhaps someone here has an interfering aunt, uncle, friend. Perhaps your person is committed to another or connected to another. Perhaps your person has a few perhaps you're dealing with someone that's a little bit non-committal who likes to keep their options open. But I'm also getting for someone that there's someone here that's just super grounded. They got their stability within themselves. They've got their structure within themselves. They go after what they want. They enjoy going out, socializing, mingling. They're not particularly ready to, they're enjoying their life. They're not particularly ready to walk down the aisle and commit to anyone because they are just enjoying their life. And slow and steady, they're in no rush to get married. They're happy where they are. And this is bothering someone. Or perhaps at the moment you two are going through some sort of separation and you are focusing on yourself. And your person might, well, they might be losing it a little bit, just, you know. But you're staying grounded, focused. You're doing you. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Gemini and the person they are connected to in love? The Moon. So someone here is keeping their innermost thoughts and anxieties and worries to themselves. Someone feels trapped. Someone feels they don't know what to think. They feel like they're under some sort of illusion. Someone here, I'm getting the energy of someone feels like they're being kept a secret. I don't know who that's for. But I'm more so getting that someone is keeping their thoughts, anxieties and worries to themselves. I'm also getting someone that is watching someone or observing someone, I'm going to say. Why is the Chariot here in reverse for Gemini and their person in love? Ten of Wands in reverse. So someone here is overburdened, overthinking, overburdened, lacking direction, letting their imagination run wild. It's keeping them blocked. It's keeping them stuck, and it's keeping them going all over the place and not able to go forward in one solid direction. and someone needs to let go of this heavy burden that they're carrying. Six of Pentacles in reverse energy. Why is it here for Gemini and their person in love? Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Someone needs to let go of some negative thinking because it's keeping them stuck. And someone is really overwhelmed, really stuck in their thoughts, carrying too much weight, carrying too much pain. Someone is also someone's trying to make a decision with regards to the effort that they are prepared to put in. Or someone's waiting for some sort of communication or observing to see if someone is going to be balanced with them. Gemini, you're the balanced one here. But you've got this energy of absolute, like, you are rock solid, stable. There is like nothing is going to knock you at all. You're like, you've built a fortress around yourself. You are the emperor and you are surrounded by your own kingdom, and no one shall get over that wall unless they are going to put in the same amount of effort that you are going to put in. So the Sun in reverse, why is it here for Gemini and their person in love? King of Wands in the upright. Yeah. Planning, making plans, taking action, moving forward, plans for the future. There's something here that's unknown. There's something here that's unseen, not known yet. Someone's kind of waiting to see, but someone's just going ahead with what well, it looks like you, Gemini, you're just going ahead with your own life, doing what you're doing, and you're kind of like leaving your person just to sort it out for themselves. Perhaps this is something that you've tried to help them with in the past, but at the moment you are choosing yourself. All right, last one. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here for Gemini in love? Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, your person is quite erratic. Their energy is all over the place. They're not being consistent. They're not letting you in. They're not being positive. They might be moaning. They might be negative. They're not putting in effort. They're doubtful. They're keeping their emotions to themselves, their thoughts to themselves. I'm getting that you're putting the work in, but you're also putting the work into yourself. But I think you are kind of growing. Hang on 1 minute. Gemini, I'm so sorry, but I'm having a misfunction with my charger on my phone and I'm about to lose the reading. So I'm going to stop here because I don't want to lose the entire reading. Thank you. Bye.